So let's get into some of the things here that Mitch Nunes. So he is applying for a search warrant for 1122 King Road, and he has to establish probable cause. And according to him, this is his probable cause. He believes probable cause has been established because, one, the property has human remains. Two, there's blood or other bodily fluids or materials and items with blood or other bodily fluids or materials on, in, or near them. He also believes there may be firearms, knives, other weapons or instrumentalities of injury or death, including ammunition, holsters, magazines, sheaths, expended bullets, fired casings, other portions or elements of ammunition, or other items associated with firearms, other weapons or instrumentalities of injury or death, and sales receipts or documentation from purchases or acquisition of such items. Fireworks and other evidence of explosive materials. Documents, records, medications, drugs, or other substances, prescription or otherwise, bottles, labels, syringes, packaging, and other items associated with medications, drugs, or other substances, prescriptions or otherwise, that could relate to physical or mental states of the assailants or the victims, or relating to or containing information indicating, suggesting, or otherwise evidencing of violence, a shooting, physical attack, a fight, or mode of hostility for any of the same. So I know a lot of the live earlier, you guys couldn't hear me at all. To Idaho, hello, welcome on in. Good to see you. So I know earlier, my other live, it was awful. Audio was terrible. But it's super interesting to me that Mitch Nunes here, first responding officer, he is the one to first find, Xana, Ethan, Maddie, and Kaylee. And according to him, to establish the probable cause, what he is telling the court, um, you know, it's a lot of information here. He believes that has to do with firearms, ammunition, expended bullets, fired casings, other portions or elements of ammunition, or other items that are associated with firearms. And the reason this is super interesting to me is because when you go and you look at the state's exhibit list and the autopsy photos that they were going to be using for Kaylee, um, my voice is mad, annoying, Sasha. Well, that's the beauty of the internet, darling. You just click the fuck out. That's what you do, Sasha. When you hear someone's voice you don't like listening to, you just click the fuck out, darling. No one's holding you at gunpoint, forcing you to listen to the stream. Literally leave. Bye. So what's super interesting is that the first responding officer here believes that there may be firearms involved in the crime. And when you go and you look at the exhibit list for the state, it's very interesting the photos that they plan to use, the autopsy photos for Kaylee specifically. And when you look at that exhibit list, super interesting because they're talking about the actual fractures to the inside of the cranium, as well as the inside of her mouth and teeth. And Mitch Nunes here is, as we'll go on to read, um, Mitch Nunes is stating that this person is like unrecognizable, like it's hard to even tell if they have a face, basically. So that's super interesting, right? Um, it's also interesting that the initial report to Kaylee's family was that she was shot, right? So I don't know. I gotta say, Pretty interesting here that they believe a firearm potentially was used um, on at least one of these victims, and her family was told from another family member who called them that morning and said she was shot at a house party, that that's what they had heard, that she was shot. So isn't that super interesting? Also, fireworks and other evidence of explosive materials. Another super interesting thing, considering Bethany, the survivor from downstairs, claims that that's what she was awoken to. She thought what she heard was a firework going off in the house, and she saw a flash, what she thought was sparklers under her door, but she thought it was all a prank, according to Bethany. So you have the other survivor upstairs, Dylan, saying, I couldn't, I wasn't sure what I was hearing. I wasn't sure if it was real. Um, and then you have the other survivor downstairs claiming she's hearing a firework going off in the house, seeing sparklers and flashes under her door, and she thinks it's just a prank, right?